Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Tove from the video game ROKI, which I play on Nintendo Switch. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first, and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, so yeah, video game time. And so, you know me, you know I play video games, you know I like them games. And I like to draw the characters, so I thought, let's draw Tove from ROKI. So I looked it up. I looked up how to say it because I wasn't too sure, and I didn't want to be wrong. It happens. It happens. It's no big deal. But I wanted to say it right because I love this game. This is so fun. These are the kind of games I like. I don't do a lot. I mean, I'll play Fortnite because everybody talks about it and all that stuff. But I don't do a lot of fighting games and stuff like that. I love mysteries and puzzles and just those kind of games, you know. So I play a lot of puzzle games, a lot of trying to figure out stuff. And this one was super fun because not only was it was an adventure game, you know, it was really neat, but it was so beautiful and simple and folkloric, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And I loved it. I loved everything about it. So that's usually what I do, is I draw the games that I love as best I can. But like I usually say, I draw them like cosplay characters. You know, I don't draw them looking like the games. I draw them as if someone was dressed up like a character from the game. I do more of a real life style than video game style, you know? Okay. But I'm still trying to keep that slim, young girl, video game-ish type kind of feel for it, you know? So I'm gonna still try to draw her, you know, thin, slim, like the game. So I'm just saying that she's a young girl, and that's her build. Maybe I should turn it like this. Yeah, let's turn it like that. And that's what a sketch is for. That's why I like doing these sketches, because I can go back and look and say, is this right? Do I want to put it here? Do I want to put it there? Which way should this go? Stuff like that, you know? And even now, see, I did the boots way too high. So I dropped it lower on this one. This one looked okay. This one looked like it was in a good spot. But again, that's what a sketch is for. It helps for planning. And good planning gives you good drawing. All right, I like it. Oh, she's got a backpack. I gotta make sure I put that in. She's got her hoodie, and I'm not gonna draw the logo on there. It's gonna look better with color. So that's that. And so I'm gonna be drawing more games because I've been playing a lot more lately. I've been buying a lot more. There's been an awesome sale. During the holidays and lately, so I've been buying quite a few. I haven't been able to play them all, but I've been buying quite a few. So I'll be drawing more as we go, because yeah, I'm just having a great time drawing or playing lately. So here's going to be the trick, is how to make her look game and real, you know? Like I said, I don't draw video game style, you know, I draw more like as if it's a real person dressed up as a cosplay. And so I'm trying to capture the look of both. The look of she's a real person, but you know, keep some of that video game quality to it. It's tricky. It's real tricky. Sometimes you pull it off, sometimes you don't. I'm gonna be honest with you, sometimes you don't pull it off. But that's what happens, and it's no big deal. That's just life, you know? I may have drawn her little pom-pom a little too big, but I think that's okay, because it stands out. It's unique, you know? And I'm gonna have her holding her journal, because that's a big part of the story. You got to go back and keep your notes and your badges. Oh, let's draw some badges too. Your notes and your badges and things like that in the game. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm ready. Yeah, let me erase some of these sketch lines and then we can start drawing, because the first few lines I was putting down, those are the idea lines, the sketch lines, you know, trying to find the placement. As I got more confident with where I was placing everything, I started pressing harder. Those are my confidence lines. So now, as I'm lightly erasing, the sketch lines disappear, and it takes more pressure to erase the confidence lines, so those stick around a lot longer. So, just like in life, you get rid of your sketchiness and you keep your confidence. And that's how we're going to follow our drawing. And that's how you follow your life too. Get rid of your sketchiness and keep your confidence. And I think that's good. I think I've erased enough that I can make it disappear, but I can still see where I want to go. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the Sharpie portion and welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. So I'm going to start off with the Sharpie pen, because I can control the line width much better. And if you're looking for more video games, look here in this tutorial, in this link to playlists that are video game characters, or just anything you want. Look at my playlist. You're going to see a bunch of different things that you might already be looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the face, and just start off with the lids, and just draw the top like this. And if you want to know why I'm drawing it like this, go to my sketch session, because I talked all about it there. I'm just going to jump in so I don't repeat myself for everybody here. So I'm going to draw the round retina part of her eye like this. That looks about right, you know. And I'm gonna just dab the eyelids. I'm sorry, the pupils like this, because it's so tiny that I'm afraid it might bleed. So I'm just trying to give it a little bit of an eye detail there. So for the bottom of the eye, speaking of, I don't draw the entire line. You can, but I don't. I just come in just a little bit like that, just kind of point towards it. Then I'll let color take care of the rest, and that's all I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna give her a little bit of an eyelash. So it's almost like a cat eye. It's just to highlight that it's an eyelash, a thicker eyelash on top, for not really makeup, but just that she has beautiful eyelashes up on top. That's what I do for a lot of my girl characters. Just give her that top look, you know? So for her eyebrows, let's go ahead and draw them in like this. And do the other side over here. And I'm drawing it a little thicker, because I'm trying to kind of emulate the video game style, but still keep it real world. It's kind of my style. That's what I do. That's how I draw. So I'm kind of looking at what they did and trying to put it into mine. So for her nose, I'm just going to draw the bottom of it down here. I'm going to draw the nostril like this. And I don't want to draw the rest of it. Like, I want to draw like the bulb of the nose and all that, but I want to do that with color, because with Sharpies, you're kind of screaming, and I'm keeping it super simple. So I'm limiting what the lines I'm putting down with a Sharpie, and then deciding what I'm going to do with color. So for her mouth, I'm going to go ahead and draw a little bit like this. Keep it open like this. Draw the bottom lip, come up, and I think we could draw the top lip. Let's see. I don't want it to look like makeup, so I just kind of want to be real subtle about it. Something like that. And then I can come back and touch up the mouth. All right, so I'm going to draw her chin right here. Nice. And then I'm going to bring it up to the face. Now, the problem with this is I want to draw the hair too, and I don't want to draw through that hair. So instead of drawing the face up, I think I'm going to work my way down. So I'm going to draw her hat line right here. And I've already sketched it out. That's why I know where it's going to go. And then start drawing from there. So I'm going to draw a little piece of hair sticking out like this. Go ahead and make sure I touch. Draw some more kind of coming out this way. Right? And then I can draw the little strands that are hanging out, kind of following through like this. And that's why I want to draw this first, to make sure I don't accidentally draw through that front line, because it's kind of an important line in the design of her look. Now, her ears, the way they have it in the video game, they're pretty far out there, but it's also the artistic way they've created it. So I'm trying to keep it more realistic, more human looking. I say it's like a cosplay person. So I'm gonna put the ear right here, and all you can really see is the edge of it like that. That way it still places it in kind of the right place and kind of the style of theirs too, you know? That's kind of the idea of what I'm going for. Okay, and I'm also going to thicken up this line just a little bit. It's a little too thin for me. I want it thicker. Plus, when I switch over to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm trying to match how it's going to look. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to bring the hair over and then do the side of her head and the hair. So I'm going to do the side of her head like this. Do her chin. And that's kind of placing the edges where I can draw them. And again, a little bit of the ear. And that's all we're going to see. And then her hat. Okay? So since I have that, I can now draw up there because I have a stopping point. But I like to pull. I'm not a pusher. I like to pull. It's easier for me to pull. So I'm going to come down from there and go over to her chin. And there is her jawline. Again, I'm thickening mine up. You don't have to. You do what you want, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. But I'm just explaining to you why I draw how I draw. All right, so there we go. We got pretty much her head done, so I'm going to draw her cap. And I should probably switch over to the big Sharpie at this point, because I don't really need to worry about tiny details anymore. So let's do that. Let's do it for the hat, and then for the pom-pom, I will switch back over to the small Sharpie. Okay, so I'm going to draw the rim of it. And see how thick this is? That's what I'm talking about. That's why I wanted to match how thick that actually got. And the top of her head, I've sketched it out so I know where her head's going to go, because you also got a plan to make it look like someone's really wearing something. Like if they have a helmet or a hat or something like that, always draw the head out. Always plan where it's going to go so it looks like it's actually on the head. Okay? So I'm going to draw it like this on top of her head, coming in like that. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. All right, so let's draw that little pom-pom. And so I did it kind of big, so I'm going to try to kind of wrangle that in a little bit. Okay, and I also did it with the small Sharpie because I want to control the line width a little bit better, and also want to accent, because this, even though it's called a Sharpie fine point, it's not made for tiny stuff like this, so you can't really get that fine of a point. All right, there we go. So now we're going to draw her neck into her jacket like this, and then I'm going to draw the jacket, the hoodie, the hood of the hoodie like this. Gonna come and bring it over, come in like this. Now she does have the little laces. Let me do this first because I almost drew through them on accident. The lace come through like this. And I did a little thicker than normal, but that's okay. So I'll just cover it up like that. There we go. Like I said, I can control line widths much better with this one, so that's why every now and then you're going to see me jump to this smaller Sharpie pen. If you're working with pencil, you don't have to draw thick like this. I'm just explaining to you why I did it. Plus, it's a nice inking technique, a very complimentary thick versus thin inking technique. All right, so I'm gonna finish up her hood, the hood of the hoodie, the hoodie. Okay, and that's going back there like this. And again, want to draw a little bit of creases and folds just to show that it's kind of wrapped over itself. It's got layers, you know, like a donkey, like an onion. Sorry, it's a Shrek joke. Okay, so she has, of course, the jacket, the hoodie, but the backpack with buttons on it. So let me draw the buttons because I know where my backpack strap is going to be. Or badges, sorry. Like that. And let's see. So now I'm going to go ahead and start drawing the body. So let me draw the chest so you can see where we are, and then we're going to build off that. Okay. So her backpack strap is underneath her hoodie like that, coming down to her armpit like this. Going to come back up underneath that. And see, this is why you always want to draw what's in front first, because that way I am able to draw like the buttons are on top of this strap, not underneath it. See? Okay. This one's going to be over here. You can't see as much of it because her body's kind of turned. And I'm going to come down like this. Again, underneath the hoodie. And so now we have placement. There you go. I don't have to worry about the body right now because we have stop points. That's really what you want. Stop points so you know how far it's going to go, so you don't draw through anything. So let's go ahead and draw this arm. I'm going to draw her shoulder like this. And that now, because I'm drawing her sweater, or the sweatshirt hoodie thing, I'm going to draw some wrinkles and folds as we're going too. So it's not just going to be a straight edge. I'm going to do some bumps, and you'll see why. So I'm going to draw down her arm. Here's her elbow, some bumps for the sweater. And so her other arm, see, her arm is going to come through here like this. And there's the bottom of her arm, her elbow to her forearm. It's kind of bumped a little bit. So now I can kind of add my favorite part, wrinkles and folds. I love doing wrinkles and folds because it kind of shows that the sweater is being used and bent and worn, you know? For cloth, it's my favorite thing to do. It makes it look used. I love that. Okay, so she's got a backpack on, but I need a stop point here, so I can't really draw it yet. I mean, I guess I can, I just can't draw where it connects, so I'm gonna wait on that. Her arm is bent, and so it's more, if her arm was like this, it's more bent to you like that, so that's why it doesn't look as long. It's kind of bent in, okay? So now I'm gonna draw her glove, her little poofy glove, like this, like that. And then the glove, but she's got on mittens, so all you're seeing is like a full finger mitten, but she's also holding a book, so all you're seeing is the top part. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna draw it like this, come in, there is the fingers, just like that. Now it's going behind a book, that's why you can't see the thumb. Let's draw the book, or the journal, sorry. This, bring it back this way. That, draw the edges of the book, like that. And because there are knuckles, let's go ahead and do like this, like there's a bend in the glove because of the hands that are underneath it, or inside of it. All right, We'll do something for the cover, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. We're going to keep moving. So let's do the same thing over here. Let's draw this arm just sticking out. She's pretty much just doing this, but with a mitten, all you're seeing is a flipper. You know what I mean? Like that. So same thing, I'm going to draw the shoulder to the arm. There's the crook of the arm, the bend to the glove, but let's build back up to that too. So I'm going to come down here to the elbow, like this. Maybe too much of a bend right there. Maybe, you know, bring it back a little bit. That's a big bend, but I'll cover it up with bends and folds, creases and folds. So I'm going to draw her. Let's draw her glove edge like this, and then I can draw the poofy part. But let's draw the glove like a thumb. It's coming in like that. There's the hand. But again, it's kind of a flipper because it's in a mitten, you know? So now, same thing, do the fuzzy end of the glove like that. Let's add some detail to straighten it out. Or not straighten it out, but to highlight it. And sorry, I'm just gonna do some highlights like this. I wanna draw all the hairlines, but I shouldn't because color. I wanna do that with color. Okay, so same thing, I'm gonna draw some creases and folds into the material. We'll say that this one kind of goes over like that, and this is like that. That shows the inside of the hand, right? That's all we gotta do for that, pretty simple. So, I'm gonna draw now it's pretty simple because all it is just shirt and pants, you know? So I'm gonna come down here for her shirt, do some bends, like where her shirt actually is crumpled a little bit on her waist. Let's go ahead and close it off. I'm gonna do that there. Bring it up here. And that's pretty much it. So now that I have a stop point like I talked about, let's draw that backpack. That's all you can really see. Let's see, it's coming back here like this. Like that. And it's a little, I want to draw more, but again, her body's turned, so you can't see any of it over here, but I want to, I really want to. Okay, so we'll draw like a seam, just to give it some realism. Something like that. And this is where it's attached kind of thing. All right, cool. Now, for her shirt design, I'm gonna leave that to color. I'm not gonna do that with the Sharpie because I think it would look better if we let color take care of that, and it will stand out better. Okay, there we go. Just some bends in her shirt. That's all I'm really doing, because that's where her waist is. You know, that's where you get a lot of creases and folds where you have bends. You know, your knees, your waist, stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna draw. So this leg is out. This one's this way. So I'm gonna come down here, go out like this to her knee, gonna bend it down. This one's out here, going down to this one, and I'm going to. There's the knee. So I'm gonna draw the calf like this. Then it's got like these, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw like this. That's the edge of it. Okay, same thing here. That's the edge of this, but I wanted to draw it because it's not flat on the boot. There's this leg. I'm gonna bring it back in. There's the crotch. Down to her leg. Down to her calf. I'm just losing my words here. And let's draw some lines in her pants, because I mean she does have bends, so you know we're gonna draw a couple of little creases on her pants. Nothing too crazy, just that you know that there are some bends in her pants. That's it. I know her design doesn't have this, but I kind of do stuff like this just to make it come alive. She does have like some patches or something on her knee, so I like that, a little compliment to it. And so yeah, so like I said, I like to do where there's creases and folds or bends. I like to add the material bends. It helps to show that it's cloth. All right. So now we're just gonna draw boots. So like I did there, that's why I did it there. So let's continue it out. little fuzzy, is it a collar? Edge, frayed edge, frayed knot. That's for ropes. Sorry, that's for ropes. And now we're just going to draw her boots. So coming down, it's like continuing there. We're going to come down to her ankle. Same thing there. Come down to the ankle, and this one's pointed more at you. This one's off to the side. So it's going to look straight on like this. And I'll add some detail there in a second. I'm just going to do them together. So here's the front of the boot, down to the ankle, like that. This one's coming back here. Like that. Okay. Pretty simple. We're just basically drawing anatomy. Alright, so there's not a lot to hers. So I'm going to draw like a sole to the boot, like that. Nice and simple, nice and subtle. Simple. And just some creases and folds. So basically I'm going to draw like the toe, kind of like that. So I'm going to come in here and do one of these. That's kind of showing the front. Then there's an ankle line, something like this. Again, just kind of showing that there's bends in the material. That's all we're really doing. Like that. But that's it. We don't want to go too crazy because it's a simple boot. But that is Tove from the video game ROKI.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.